What is going on, everybody? Apologies for any noise in the background right now. Things are getting done. So, anyway, hope everybody's having a fine evening. Tonight, what we're going to talk about is a little bit about what we really loved about 2024 as far as action figures and photography are concerned, what we're looking forward to in 2025, and what we really want to see announced sometime in the future. Now, so that's it. I mean, for the replay crew, just answer those things. Now, for me, when we're talking about what I'd really like to see announced in the future, number one, with a bullet, bar none, a Mofex comic, Wonder Woman. Now, let's go see what's going on with the chat. Sci-Fi George, up, and away! Toytations, everyone. Sci-Fi George, thank you. Toytations to you as well, sir. We have Skew. What's going on, Skew? Good to see you. Tragic. Let's see. Oh boy, everybody's having fun now. It's like Kung Fu fighting, except, not. I don't know how I was going to try and tie those two things together. Let's see. Show of hands. Who saw the new Superman trailer by James Gunn for July 11th, 2025? That's me. I saw that trailer. I'm excited. I don't know. It looked like they were showing an awful lot of Supes and Lois. I want to see more Supes, but that's really my only critique. Okay, on my way home. Can't chat while driving. I'll stay on. Dave is running late. I was only running a couple minutes late, but that was my fault. It was because of that fancy banner you see scrolling on the bottom of the page. See, happy Festivus. What's going on, Spaded One? Have you done your feats of strength today? Ah, tragic. Good times. Ahoy, Rex Ship. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for stopping in. Let's see. What's going on, Eric? It's been a bit. Good to see you here. Tragic. Oh, yeah. Cheers to the usual suspects. It happens. We are all usual suspects. I'm going to hold off on the trailer. I don't watch movies that I'm going to see. I'm assuming they're tragic. You mean you're not going to watch the trailer for movies that you're going to see? Because that would be weird to not watch movies that you're going to see. All right. Now, sci-fi, I'm Team Crypto. Crypto was awesome. Crypto cracked me up. And that's not usually the case. Like at first I was thinking, do I really want Crypto the Super Dog in there? And then I saw Crypto the Super Dog, and I'm totally good with it. So I thought that was pretty sweet seeing that. Woohoo! Man, Mofex comic Wonder Woman, what era or artist inspiration? You know what? Honestly, I would say ideal, because we've already got Jim Lee Batman and Superman in the Hush line. I would say ideally a Jim Lee Wonder Woman, but I'd take a John Byrne Wonder Woman. I don't care if she's, well, I was going to say I don't want New 52 because I like Wonder Woman with the gold and less of the silver. So that's about it. Jim Lee or John Byrne would be ideal, but I'd take most any artist, and I want Wonder Woman with the gold instead of the silver. So it's not that I'm crazy picky on that. And I think Mofex knows. I think Mofex is listening to me and saying, okay, this is what we need to do. So, all right, why don't we start with that then this fine evening, guys? What is it that anybody wants to see announced at any point, sometime in the future? Like, what's your main action figure, or maybe even vehicle or whatever? What's your main want? Let me know and tell me from which company you'd like it to come from. But that's the big one for me. I guess number two might be a Jaded Toys Looney Tunes line. I would go crazy for a Jaded Toys Looney Tunes line. All right. Good times. Now, while I've got everybody here, while you're mulling that question over, Want to remind everybody, hang on, I was kind of racing to get home for this. Let's see. La da 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 da, button pushing, filling time with the dead ear. Dead ear? Nobody wants a dead ear. All right. Don't forget, if you're on the Patreon, if you're on the Grande tier or above, which is the $5 tier, you might as well enter, man. It's December's Patreon photo contest theme of the holidays. And just because you're not on right now doesn't mean you couldn't sign up and go ahead and enter it. This month's prize is a Nemesis Immortal from G.I. Joe Classified. And as I say when I talk about this stuff, you don't have to worry about any kind of scaling or anything. It's the holidays. Bust out whatever action figures you want, make them look awesome. You must be 18. No nudity and stuff like that. That would be weird. I'm not sure I could even post that. I'd feel strange. But anyway, yeah, go for it. Have some fun. Like I say, if you're already a member of those tiers, you might as well give it a shot. It's good times. I like seeing the pictures. All right. So let's see what we've got from Sir Spaded One. NECA Surf Ninjas, Three Ninjas, and Ernest. Nice. I know you've talked about, let's see, I know you've talked about Surf Ninjas and Ernest. You probably brought up Three Ninjas as well. Ernest would be killer. Somebody's got to bust out an Ernest. Sci-Fi George, my favorite artists of Wonder Woman, John Byrne, George Perez, Jim Lee, Alex Ross, and Ed McGuinness. Okay. In that grouping, man. Okay, Alex Ross, I absolutely adore Alex Ross's art, but I think it would look too real, I guess, compared to what Mafex has already put out for Batman and Superman. And Ed McGuinness would be crazy stylized. I don't know why I didn't throw George Perez's name out there. I would absolutely take one of him as well. Take one that is inspired by what he has done as well. And now, a swig of H20. Ah. Oh, and by the way, for that Patreon contest, and I should have put this in the banner, make sure you email your subscriptions to toypixx@gmail.com. You can go to the Toypixx Patreon page, wow, words, and find that post, and all the rules will be right there for you. So you'll be good to go. Sci-Fi, I got my Figura Obscura Jacob Marley from Four Horsemen yesterday. He's a beaut, and the accessories are chef's kiss. Awesome, man. That Jacob Marley does look really good. I haven't I haven't really dove into any Figura Obscura. I still, if I were to ever, like, if they ever re-release the Headless Horseman with double elbows and all that stuff and the original color scheme, I would have no choice. They would have me. I would totally bite on it, and that would be that. All right. So, if anybody wants to continue going with this line, trying to figure out what it is you really want to see above all else from the figure, from figure companies, what action figure, what companies, keep it going in the chat. Otherwise, let's look at what everybody was most stoked about in 2024. And I will tell you right now, there was an awful lot I was stoked about. I'm going to look right now because I've got all kinds of images and I didn't have time, sadly, to group them all together. But let me see here. What was I crazy stoked about? You know what I was crazy stoked about? And this picture got posted yesterday. Let's see here. All right, give me just a sec. I'll be able to show this right about now. Here we go. As always, I was crazy stoked about the Mafex figures and the Jada Toys figures. And I think what I really love about this kind of thing, besides getting to take photos, because That really is a big part of why I collect this stuff. But I think what I really dig is some people have talked about how Jada has slightly soft sculpts. Some people have talked about how Mafex has slightly soft sculpts. Obviously, I'm good with both of them. And what we're looking at here are figures that look like they go together. Like when you're messing with them, they have a totally different feel. But visually, you look at them and you're going, wow, that really kind of that works. They look like they came from the same line. All right. What do we got? Tragic. I don't watch trailers for movies that I know I'm going to watch. I don't want to know anything about the movie until I watch it. I like to be surprised. Got it, Tragic. Got it. I do understand that. Let's see. That is one heck of a prize. It is. It is, ladies and gentlemen. Tragic got a hold of me and said, "Hey, I've got this. Do you want it for the prize?" I said, "Yes, I do." So much appreciated again, sir. Sci-Fi George, I'm going to put Marley's chains in the MCU astral form of Doctor Strange and show him haunting his comic book version from Walmart. That's going to be awesome, Sci-Fi George. We need to see this. This needs to be something that happens. I would love to see more Mezco GI Joe. Who do you think would make sense for him, Tragic? Like, what's the number one Joe or Cobra figure that you'd love to see? I think Mezco would knock out a Cobra Trooper. Like, just a regular, straight up Cobra Trooper, I think would be a blast. Obviously, if they made a Flint and I looked at it and the face was good and everything, I'd have a hard time saying no. But yeah, that's ooh, that's a good call. I think that would be a blast to see more of that stuff because you guys, no one has sold me on Mezco GI Joes like all of you have. Like they do look really incredible. So yeah, I'm good with that. I'm definitely good with that. Eric, Mezco version 2 Storm Shadow with a tech camo hood. That would be pretty sweet. Because they've only done, well, they've done the first edition Storm Shadow, right? Like the 84 edition. Let's see. What else? I like how I run these basically by ear here. What else do we have? What else do I have to? Oh, I didn't take any pictures that were that great of this group, but I need to rectify that. And now I keep making the things happen. This I was really stoked about this when it came to action figures is the fact that I could finally take a Daredevil that I really enjoy, and I know Marvel Legends has made Daredevils, but this Mafex one is just insanely good. I love that I could finally take Daredevil and put him with the NECA Mirage Turtles. I was just really it's silly stuff like that that gets me super excited. But yeah, I was very stoked about that. All right, what do we got here? But I think their version 1 also came with a hood. I don't remember. We might have to go check that out. Tragic. 2-pack Cobra Trooper, Baroness, Hooded Coco, 2-pack Grunts, Flint, Scarlet. Man, you know what? Of everything you just named, as much as Flint's my guy, Flint's the man. We all know that Flint is the true leader of G.I. Joe when Hawk is still at the office. I mean, I got to give Hawk his props, right? But I think a Baroness or a Scarlet with their new female body, like on the Tangerine body, that would be really cool. I think they'd knock those out of the park. Didn't even think of them. See, guys, don't pass on the Balaverse Hand Pack Alpha. Man, yeah, that's something I need to check out. Gotta get more Balaverse. But for 2024, I was really excited about Mafek's comic book characters. Marvel and DC announcement for 2025. I'm excited about the Thundercats Motu crossover. Man, the Motu universe, the way that they keep finding different things to cross over is just incredible. Like, I love the look of the turtles, and I'm not the biggest Thundercats guy, but I know that they're going to knock those out of the park too. I would love for the Marvel Legends team to do 6-inch scale vehicles, which can be assembled like the G.I. Joe Dragonfly for their new pre order model. Quinjets, Fantastic Car, Shield, Flying Car, etc. Ooh, that would be cool. I'll tell you, with Marvel Legends, if they gave them, I'd be hosed, frankly. If they ever started adding in a ball peg waist, because what I've seen recently, their stuff looks like it's getting a little better. Sculpts could use some help and all that, but a ball peg waist, I definitely dive in a little more on the figures. And then if I did that, I'd be hosed. Because you're right, you need a Quinjet, you need a Fantastic Car. I don't know so much like a flying car from Shield. I don't know that I can even picture that. But yeah, if they started nailing that stuff like the ball peg at the waist, man, that would be sweet. Okay. So all right, there's your 2024. What else? What did you guys see in 2024? What did you pick up that just has you insanely stoked? What's some news, some lines, some stuff that you're just really excited about? I will show you. Hang on. I gotta find it. Goes to find it. Okay, we're gonna shut that down. And I need to find. Sorry guys, I'm all looking at stuff. I don't know how I saved it. Here we go. It's been a while. I'm very excited about what we've got going on with this line. And thanks again to Tragic. This Declan Van Helsing is ridiculously good. I love the modularity of these figures. They stay together. Like, you can put them together however you want. And I think there is a very real possibility that no one is going to put these together the same way. I mean, somebody might find one and put it online, and everybody might freak out and say, oh, I got to do that too. But I am absolutely loving Monster Force as far as 2024 goes. I'll be having to pick some more of those up. So yeah, I am excited about this whole line, to be very honest. I'm pretty excited about Action Force as well. I just need to start getting them. I need to start building the troops and all that stuff. Right now, what I'm probably most excited about is just the possibility of having an office and being able to set all this stuff up there. I'm excited. This is the dumbest thing. I know it's pretty much in the bag, but I also have been hosed enough where until the lease is signed, and this is, of course, the dead time of year where nobody wants to do any business. So I'm sitting here going, come on, send the lease, send the lease, send the lease. And yeah, but that'll make things so they really, Toypixx accelerates quickly with that kind of thing. I'm excited about that. Mr. Mad Gus, what's up? This is a very smart and good line. I do agree. I think it's incredible what they're putting together. The fact that they're adding so much, like, I do really like Action Force. I know it probably looks like it's just another line to me because I've only got like 5 of the figures. But when I bust them out, I love messing with them. They're fantastic figures. The one thing they're lacking when it comes to, say, Monster Force is a little more paint. Monster Force goes insane with the paint, and they go insane with a lot more accessories as well. But I feel like Action Force has enough accessories, so I don't want to hold that against them. It's just the look of Monster Force is crazy. And I don't mean to compare Monster Force and Action Force. Like I'm saying, I really like both lines a lot. Just need to get a few more. Yeah, there's some other things coming up that I'm excited about Toypixx wise that I just haven't really brought up. But don't worry, you guys will know. Tragic. Monster Force is awesome. I can't wait for the second wave. I need to pick up 3 more Delta Reds for squad. That'd be nice. Now you're busting these out of their packages, aren't you, Tragic? You are actually using these ones. I know that with G.I. Joe, if you pick them up and think you can improve them with the LEDs, that's when you crack them open. But with these guys, are you opening all of them? Or are you doing kind of the same thing where, ooh, this guy needs an LED, I'll pop it in? Just curious. Also, and here's a question that you might be able to answer as well, Tragic. Let's see. Yes, nice. And anybody else in chat, if you've messed with this, let me know. I've been looking a lot at the effects, like the Tamashii Nations effects and things like that. And I know that I've talked about the smoke effect in the past that is still up for pre-order. How do you guys, I mean, I've seen the button lights, Tragic. I know you sent me the magnets and everything so I can make the lights work that way. How do you guys light up those effects? Like, what do you do to make those effects look really awesome? Because I would love to get them, but the thing is, as silly as this is going to sound, I'm cool with the figures look like toys a little. I don't want the effects to look like they're toy effects, you know? I want them to do what they're supposed to do. I am opening and messing with their articulation. Amazing quality. Yeah, it is. It is. Like, Declan is still, he absolutely blows my mind. Okay. Let's look at some other stuff from the past year that I'm just like, oh, that's good. That made me happy. Woo! Hey, here's Buddy. Let's see here. Oh, you know what else? Okay, I'm kind of going through my folders right now and then seeing what jogs my memory. Was it this shot? No, I think it was this shot. Here we go. Okay. I was stupid excited this year to end up with these. Now, y'all know that I loves me my Mafex, but the fact that we got these two in the same year has me crazy excited. I was stoked when I got them. I still love messing with them. I think one of my favorite parts about the two of these, now, personally, this Batman is awesome. I don't want to take anything away from him. Just personally, I like the Hush uniform better. Like, I like the Hush look a little bit better. But I know most of us grew up with this one. It's just the graphic designer in me, I think, likes the simplicity of the Hush look. Still dig this guy, but what I really like about these two is the fact that Mafex proved that they can go in there and make a big figure and make an incredibly awesome big figure with Bane here. And it has me really stoked and crossing my fingers a little bit that they'll go out and make a comic book Hulk. He'd of course have to be a little bigger than this Bane, but I need that Hulk. Maybe an Apocalypse, maybe a Doomsday, maybe a Dark Side. Oh, you know what Mafex does to me, ladies and gentlemen. It makes me dare to dream, much like Jada Toys and what I hope will be a Looney Tunes line one day. But yeah, I was really excited about these two. I'm very stoked about Bane just because of what he means for the potential future of all of this stuff. Now I'm gonna keep going through all this. Keep going and looking at all the things. Da 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 do 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 do. Classified. Oh boy. Oh boy. You know what else I'm excited about, which is insane. Not really insane, maybe this time. I just truly, I'm looking at all my images right now, trying to figure it all out. I love, and I have a much better image of this than I'm showing right now, so I'll show it later. Once once I dig through enough of this and find it, I love that we now have a Jack Kirby action figure to go along with our Stan Lee. That makes me so incredibly happy. Something else I love is that I've been able to use this Galactus and that I really enjoy using this Galactus. Tonight's photo, in fact, is Galactus again. In fact, let me see about heading over there, see if it'll let me. Oh, I didn't select it. Hang on, hang on. Here we go. But yeah, this Galactus is still something that I think I got to a point with my collection end of last year that I want everything in it. And I love that I can go back and find figures from 2019, 2020, and still be just absolutely thrilled with them. So yeah, there's that a little bit as well. All right, what do we got? Tragic. Dave, I'm picky about the FX, such as blood, fire, and smoke. There are times I will add a wash to get rid of the toy look, but use the LED I gave you and make the FX pop. Awesome sauce. I appreciate it, Tragic. I will break this stuff out. When I, ooh, guys, that office is going to be nuts. Ooh, ooh. I'm going to be able to do things like I still can't. So, one of the things, do you guys remember when Hasbro was showing them doing a G.I. Joe Dio in real time? I can't remember if it was like the 1027 event or something like that, but they were actually lighting off firecrackers to get a smoke look and all this other stuff. Well, obviously, I can't do that even in my own little office, a leased space, but I'm going to be able to do a lot more. And I just can't wait. Love that pick. Thank you, Tragic. I appreciate it. But really, it's all about being able to go back and saying, holy geez, I really love my collection. And I'm just stoked about that. I finally figured out what all it is that I actually really need. All right, let's see here. I want to go back. I want to find more. What do we have? What do we have? I love, oh, wait. Okay, hold on, hold on. We showed him earlier. All right. I basically just dig the fact that we've got this is kind of a sickness here, actually, gang. So if you also have the same sickness, sound off in the chat. Oops, dang it. I keep pushing the wrong button. Hang on, hang on. My apologies. All right, we're going to present this one. I love that there are just a bunch of different versions of all these figures, of all these characters, of the fact that I can get 3 Chun-Lis. I love that I've got a smiling Chun-Li, an angry Chun-Li, a more stoic Chun-Li. I mean, we've talked about Jada ad nauseum on this channel, and I absolutely love what they're doing with everything I have from them. Just period. This is great stuff. They really take care on each of their figures. And to be very honest, when you're somebody that likes the more realistic look, aside from comic book characters as well, one of the things that really adds something to your collection is having a bunch of colorful figures up there that kind of just make the whole thing stand out. So that was enjoyable, or that is enjoyable as well, is being able to bust out pictures like this, getting Chun-Li's, loading up on all this stuff. But yeah, I'm having a good time, and I think that's the real deal when it comes to all this stuff. Is I have learned how to have a real good time with my figures. Let me see here. I want to find that Kirby and Lee pick that I shot just to show you guys. There were actually a couple of them, but Actually, let's bust out both of them here. Just the fact that we have Jack Kirby and Stan Lee now makes me crazy happy as I look like I'm bored holding my forehead. No, no, this is me concentrating. Okay. This. Like, I love that I get to put a picture like this together with those two guys. That is just an absolute blast. I love comic creators. I'll be the first to tell you that neither of these are great action figures. But the fact that we've got a Jack Kirby and a Stan Lee, who are basically the guys that created what we know of as the Marvel Universe, that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm just crazy stoked when I get to see this pair. And then there's also, let me grab this one real quick because this one I had a little more fun. This is just getting to goof around, man. Like Stan Lee, he did a lot of writing for Captain America in the 60s, depending on what you listen to. A lot of people say he kind of loosely did the plots, and there were tons of ghostwriters that, not ghostwriters, ghostwriters that were working under him and all that stuff. So I'm not sure how much of this he actually wrote, but he had nothing to do with the creation of Captain America. That was Joe Simon and Jack Kirby, whereas obviously he had quite a bit to do with the creation of Spider-Man. So I thought it would be fun to put these two together in this way, just as something a little goofier, in case you guys didn't see this in the past. All right. Anton, I could use some nerd love. I have a small cold. Hey, everybody, Merry Christmas. Anton, sending all the nerd love I can to you, my friend. I'm sorry that you're not feeling great, but at least it's a small cold. And hey, Merry Christmas, sir. I hope life is good. That you're able to have just a. I hope you're healthy by the time the holiday comes around. 100%. Welcome, Anton. Feel better. Yep. That's everybody jumping in, being awesome. Let's see. Also, Merry Christmas to you and all coming up. Yeah, that's the deal. That's the deal. I'm not going to be doing a live stream on Monday. I'll already be where I'm going to be for Christmas with the family. So that would be very strange if I tried to do that there. But Dave, you have some amazing pictures. I wish I had those too. Tragic, thank you. I appreciate that, man. But yeah, I mean, I think you can still get, at least last time I looked up Stan, you could get him fairly cheap. Jack, I don't think Jack's all, I shouldn't say that. I was going to say I don't think Jack's all that pricey. I'm just not sure. Let's see. Ghost Writers. Let's see. Spirits of Imagination. I like it, Sci Fi George. That works for me. All right, so that's just some more stuff that I decided, wow, I really digs. You know what? Hold on. Let me get out of here. And I'm trying to just think of all the stuff that happened in the past year that I was just like, just fun stuff. Like, for instance, the good Mr. Matson fired this figure my way, and I had an absolute blast with this shot, which I'll be honest with you here, guys, in a sec about this shot. I was able to make her blend very well. Let's just say that when it came to the background. What I did here was I knew which background I wanted to use because maybe this will help some of you. I know sometimes it feels like I'm getting away from the toy photography aspect, and I don't want to do that. So what I did here was I knew I wanted to use this background. So I set up lights with Warpath here, Warpath Eclipse. Good Lord, man. I set up the lights with Eclipse so that it would look similar to the lighting that's going on in the background there. And then I shot her against black. And what I did was I ended up cutting around her to remove the black from the image and then putting her on here, adding a little bit of a dusty haze look. and then using an adjustment layer in Photoshop called selective color. And what selective color allowed me to do was treat everything the same. Sometimes you'll see somebody paste an image on top of another image and they don't do anything to try and match the colors and it just looks wrong. Selective color helps you in a big way match colors. So in case you have Photoshop and you haven't tried messing with selective color, give that a shot. Curves also helps. That's a little trickier, and so does photo filter. But I think selective color probably helps the most. All right, Jack Kirby made a cameo in the Incredible Hulk TV series. He didn't say very much, though. I'll have to look that up. I had no idea, Anton. Thank you. Sci-Fi George, love the pick, Dave. I feel the same way. For me, it's perfect that Kirby has a more animated look because he was an artist, and Stan is a little more detailed because he's a writer and PR man. You know what? I never thought about it, Sci-Fi George. Like, I never thought about it that way. But you're right. That makes total sense. And yeah, I mean, I would still love it if somebody were to pair the two up and they had kind of the same sort of stylization going on. But the way you said that, yeah, I think that works out. That works out very well. Okay, I'm gonna keep looking here. Just see, like, I really appreciate is stuff I have. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm very stoked for some stuff that's coming in the future, but like some of this stuff is just so much fun, very frankly. I'm very happy with everybody that comes in and here and checks out the live streams and hangs out for a bit. You guys are a blast. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Hang on, hang on. Here's one. And of course, it's like the last folder I've got. But I am super stoked. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can do. I love these figures. And I'm going to see if they'll all open in the same window. If not, I'll have to get crazy, I guess. Let's see. It looks like I've got them in the same window. So let's try this. These are just fun figures. I mean, all of them are just fun figures, but this Usagi Yojimbo 4-pack that I got is just an absolute blast to shoot these guys. Now, the reason you're seeing two on the side is because I have one JPEG and one Photoshop file. That's just how I ended up saving everything. And then you've got the four of them here. You know what's kind of amazing is generally what I am is somebody who likes the original version, and the original version's perfect. But I really dig the more science fiction, like the space Usagi looking guy. I don't know why. Like, I mean, sometimes you just see something and you just go, wow, that's really cool. And you can't exactly put your finger on why. That's where I am with that Usagi. Like, I honestly don't know if I like the space Usagi or the normal Usagi more. And for those who don't know, that's more your normal Usagi. I had more fun, I think, I think I did a space Usagi image. This Usagi is very cool, but he doesn't stack up to those other two. There you go. You've got your crazy Usagi there. This one, kind of almost too cartoony for the rest of my collection. Still very cool, but I mean, I very clearly have a couple favorites. Here's one right here. I'm telling you, that space Usagi is ridiculous. This is the one I had an absolute blast with. It's another one that I did much like that Eclipse, is I knew which background I wanted to use. And by the way, ladies and gents, these are the kinds of things that I make on the Toypixx Patreon page that are absolutely free. When it comes, like, you can get this image and you can get the background on the Patreon if you just want to go find them and grab them. Feel free. That's the kind of things that I'm doing here. Let's see this one. This is the most recent Usagi shot I did. And I was actually pretty happy with this. And the fun part is, if you don't know or if you don't have some of the figures from with accessories here, that background is an Extreme Sets diorama. And then the banners that are standing up, this one here right behind Usagi's right arm, and then one over here, those came from the Evil Ryu from the Jada Street Fighter line. This stand here came from the Snake Eyes 00, the first G.I. Joe classified figure made, the weapons holding stand. And all these weapons came with this Usagi. And this is the barrel that came with Violent Ken. And all I did, the one in the foreground here, and all I did here was I opened one of the doors on the extreme sets a bit and just blasted a light through there. Now I did have to add these extra light ray effects, but yeah, I mean this one was a lot of fun. I enjoyed getting to do these shots of Usagi. He's more fun than you would think he would be. All right. Anton, a couple of birthdays ago, I got the spot I was hoping he would be at Target, and yes, there he was. He's awesome and underappreciated villain. Ah, the spot. You know what threw me off, Anton? I'm sitting here talking about Usagi and his little pet dinosaur's named Spot, but then I realized, no, you're talking about the evil villain from Spidey. Okay. We got tragic. Man, hats off to you guys who use photo editing. I never really spent the time to mess with it. I'm a raw photo taker with manual light setup, only praying the shots come out after shooting 1,000. Honestly, tragic, that's something that I need. One of my plans, the reason I'm talking about practical effects and Tamashi effects and all that, I'm good. I don't have a problem messing with photo edits and all that with Photoshop, but really I want to test a little more as far as what all I can do without needing it. Like, I'm not sure I can do. It takes a lot to really, like, you need tons of tiny lights to get the effects you want. You need to figure out, like, for the light coming in on the right hand side of Usagi here, I'd have to figure out what to use a little bit. What kind of, like, I've seen people use colanders to kind of separate light rays. Like, there's a lot of that stuff that I just don't have room for right now that I'll be able to play with. I really want to get so that I'm messing with all this stuff a lot more without the edits. I mean, there will always be room for edits for me, but I want to test it. Love Usagi in all incarnations. He's pretty awesome, Mr. Matson. I'm a bigger fan than I thought I'd be. I actually haven't read an Usagi comic, so I have to do that still. There is a Ninja Turtles team up with them in the comics, and in the Nickelodeon show, where they take on a wizard and a pug prince. I don't think I saw that one. I know that I knew the team up that was going on in the comics. I did not see him. There was an episode that I saw Usagi on, but I don't know if it was the Nickelodeon Turtles. It wasn't the old 88. It was a different series, but it's been a while since I've seen them. There are way too many spots. There's a stripping nemesis dinosaur from Land of the Lost. What? Oh, man. All right, so definitely appreciating Usagi here. Okay, let me get out of here. Appreciating a few more things. Like, I'm gonna end up. I know we've talked about Transformers a bit. That's gonna end up being a bigger focus for other aspects of Toypixx. It's not gonna take over it all. You might see them included in newsletters, and I might talk about them some, but that's not going to be something that I load up on when it comes to chat time so much. But there is something that I am really excited about, which, I mean, you guys all know this, I'm sure, because I brought it up in the past. Let's see here. Where's a good place I can go to show this thing off? I'm pushing buttons. It's happening. Uh-oh, if you go to Amazon, it arrives after Christmas. Even I've got things figured out now, guys. I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, here we go. I am excited to give this guy a test drive, I'll be honest. And I think that I'm going to have a lot of fun. One of the things that I've been thinking of doing, something I'm looking forward to in 2025 as far as action figure photography and stuff goes, is with extra room, I can mess with extra Dio stuff. And I was thinking about, and let me know, I know that there seems to be there's not a big market, it seems, or people haven't taken advantage of the market when it comes to Transformers style dioramas. And so I told you guys before that I used to take pictures of car parts, and there was this big aluminum scratch plate that I used. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, ooh, I'm going to set up an aluminum scratch plate because they're not crazy pricey, and then have a monitor behind showing stuff like Cybertron type stuff, and then putting other stuff in the scene. Like there's just a lot I can do with this kind of stuff, and that's where the excitement is for me. I was even looking at gray mecha model kits to see what I could put in the front of the image. Now, you know what didn't help me with this figure? I don't think, like when I first saw it, I thought it looked pretty cheap, to be very honest. But the more I keep seeing it and the more people talk about it, and I don't, I think some of it was just the photography that was shot. Like it looks, if you look at these photos, it looks flat. And I think that was a big part of why I wasn't into it. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't look so flat there, but there was a lot I saw. It was like when they put him against the arc images, he wasn't separated enough from the backgrounds. And I think that was one of the things that kind of hosed me. So I'm excited about this. I'm excited about the diorama possibilities that will come from having him, not to mention all the diorama possibilities for all the other figures. It's just something new to try messing with, you know? Anton, it was both in the 80s. He was on an Easter special. Okay. What was I know like I knew he was in that cartoon. It's just been so long. Kyrus, what's going on, man? Thank you for stopping by this fine evening. Tragic. That light effects, you can use a barn door light cover. Small Rig is a company that sells a 3-pack of mini lights and lots of different light covers. The cone cover is fun for a spotlight in the dark. Nice. Thank you, Tragic. I will check that. I will check that for sure. But yeah, there's a whole lot that I want to do that I'm looking forward to. And then some other things I'm looking forward to. Let's go find those right now. Must push buttons, Dave. Oh, I don't know if anybody's into these, but real quick, the Ben Cooper Costume Kids collection Wave 5 is up, and those are the DC looks. So if anybody is getting those NECA things, I haven't been getting the kids, but if any of you are, that might be a pretty sweet lineup to go for. I can see that being one of those things that sells out and are really hard to find. So if you're on the fence and you haven't spent all your Christmas bonus money, this might be something to go for. Now, obviously, I'm going to click Mayfix or Mallfix here. And the stuff I'm excited about here, oh man, they're just showing, oh, they're definitely in Christmas mode. They're like, let's just show what's in stock. But I'm very excited that we have a Jubilee coming. That makes me exceedingly happy. And I love the way the coat looks. Yeah, she's going to be awesome. But let's be honest about the real star of next year when it comes to the X-Men. That would be Rogue. And I'm incredibly excited about her. I already have her on pre-order. So yeah, I need to do the same thing with Jubes at some point close here, some point soon. I love the poses they put her in, but I'm kind of with everybody else that is talking about how they wish not all of her head sculpts had the hair blowing in that direction. Like they're all blowing like that. There's no regular head sculpt. There's no blowing some other way. It's all going in that direction. So yeah, there you go. So I get that. I get that complaint, but I also don't know that we'll ever see a Rogue that's better than this. Unless, of course, Mafex does a 2.0 and they fix her head somehow. See what we're at here with everybody. Tragic. Those Cooper kids can be used for great background picks. They always sell out before I can even decide to get them. If BBTS has them on the front page, they haven't sold out yet. So you might head that way. Kyrus, the Mafex Iron Man Stealth Blue version is out. I just paid that today. Awesome, Kyrus. I wasn't, he's not one that I was going for, so I wasn't paying attention, but I love the figure that he's based on. Like, he's basically just a repaint of the comic Iron Man, right? That comic Iron Man's incredible. I'm sure you're going to dig that Stealth Iron Man. I love Jubilee and her in the 97 X-Men. Please, a Spider-Man series. You know, a lot of people have been asking about that. And with the success of the X-Men 97 series, I have to think they're going to go there. Tragic. I have Mafex Gambit. I need to get that Rogue. Yep. Gambit, by the way, if you're going to get everybody, here's a PSA, and this is coming from a self-admitted Mafex guy for sure. I loves me my Mafex, but I'm trying to figure out how to word this without diminishing the others because almost every Mafex you get, you never have to get another version of that character or another version of that uniform that that character's in ever, right? Like ever. I have the perfect Superman without, I mean, minus the smiling face, but I have a couple Batmans that I think are perfect. I guess three. Yeah, maybe I've already shot my own argument in the face there, although they're all wearing different costumes. The point being, you never have to get another one because they're all so good. Gambit, however, takes it to the next level. Like, I genuinely don't understand why any company that makes 1/12 scale action figures, unless you're Marvel Legends and you just keep trying to get more and more and more out there, unless you're Marvel Legends, I don't understand any 1/12 scale company trying to make another Gambit in his 90s look. They can do whatever they want with another, but Tragic, my boy, that Gambit is the Mafex to have. He's a fantastic figure. So if any of you ever, if you don't have Gambit and you want to try out a Mafex and you can find one at a decent price, you will not be disappointed with that Gambit. I can almost guarantee it. I don't know if I can talk about Rogue after what she did and X-Men 97. She went and handed her jacket to Xavier and said, I'm not an X-Man anymore. Well, yeah, I understand that. I do. She kind of did that a little bit in the comics, maybe just a touch. I don't know. Nice. Okay, cool. So he is a straight up, yeah, you're going to dig him. Tragic. I love me some Mezco, and I passed on it for the Mafex Gambit. You were right. Yeah, man, he's incredible. Let's see. I need Gambit really bad. Harry, we should go see if we can find Gambit right now. Let's see. Mafex Gambit is awesome. Yep. Faux show. Kyra, CT Toys should make a Mafex Gambit. I wonder if CT Toys would do well. Wait, they did a Scarlet Spider, right? Was the Scarlet Spider cloth goods the hood? I was just going to say, I wonder how well CT Toys would do the cloth goods on Gambit. But if they did that hood on Scarlet Spider, maybe they do just fine. CT would make it short. Oh, did they do that? They made Wolverine a little taller, from what I understand. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, they made Wolverine a little shorter. So he fits in more with the stuff. Yeah, CT made a Scarlet Spider-Man. It looks pretty good. Okay, cool. That's what I was wondering. Is the hoodie is cloth goods on the CT one, right? Like I was never a Ben Riley guy, so I didn't get that Spidey. Okay, let's get out something else just because I'm clicking the stuff at the top. I know some of this is silly and you guys are going to be like, "Oh, Dave, why? Why, man? Why?" I really am in a weird way looking forward to this Star Optimus Prime. Star Convoy. And I don't know what it is, except the more you read, the more it's like Orion Pax turns into the Optimus Prime we all know and love. That Optimus in the Japanese series basically bites it. And then a couple series later, in a Japanese manga, which is probably redundant, he gets revived as Star Convoy. So you'd be like Orion Pax, Optimus Prime, Star Convoy, and he's part of the 13 Primes and all that, which I still don't know how that works. But yeah, I'm pretty stupid excited about that, and I am excited since we're on Transformers. Obviously, I love the MDLX line. That one I'm definitely just going with G1 season one, but I am excited about the Constructicons. If I do this at the ground floor, I'm going to be able to build Devastator, and I'm crazy excited about that. Okay. Harry, yep, I got a Scarlet Spider. It has two hoodies, Mofex and Comic Accurate. Okay, cool. Thank you, Harry. So they should be able to do, I mean, if it works out well, they have a shot at being able to pull off Gambit's jacket. Yeah, CT Spider Man has cloth and it's good. Oh, man. Eric, this past year of Transformers has been very well done, and the combiners always tempt me. I know, I was thinking I got to go just G1 Season 1, and then I'm looking at Silverbolt, and I'm looking at Slingshot and Air Raid, and I'm going, oh no. And then I'm looking at all the primes, and I'm saying, oh no again. It's an ugly thing. It's an ugly thing, really. Now let's just go across the top here, see what all I missed. Hey, if any of you guys want the Joker Deluxe set here, it's still only $250 for two figures and a bunch of plastic, flat plastic. So there's that. That is not nice. I should not make fun of what's going on with that set. Who wants to take bets on how soon before this thing is on clearance, by the way? No, that's a bad Dave. Don't make fun of that set. Okay, let's see. This is cool. Here I am. I'm getting totally sidetracked. Like I was looking through here so I could double check. I know that I'm looking forward to the Mofex Scarecrow and Riddler, but I keep seeing all this stuff. This is the problem with me, guys. I don't know about all of you, but it's like you start going through this stuff and ooh, new shiny. And I do like this design of the Batmobile over the Batman Forever Batmobile. I just don't like the huge fin, like the enormous center fin, like this. I still would rather these were a little smaller, but I like this a lot more than the Batman Forever one. All right, let me get out of here real quick. Actually, hold on. Mofex DC Comics. Let's see what happens here. Got to catch up. Got to get me my. Ooh, guys, if any of you are in the same boat as I am, like I need to get this Poison Ivy. She's currently $76.99, which is relatively cheap at BBTS. So go for it. That's one that I've got to go out and grab. And then the ones I'm stoked about here, I love Edward Nigma here. Wait, this is Crane. My bad, Professor Crane. Wow, I saw Edward Nigma just below him. But look at this. I love how it's like a completely different style to what Mafex usually does. Just totally freaky, at least as far as comic book characters are concerned. So I'm pretty excited about this. He's so pretty, isn't he? And then here's Edward Nigma. And I like this look for the Riddler too. I know a lot of people aren't so sure. I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, those are some of the DC things that I'm very stoked about. Not a lot. We'll click over to Marvel here and I'll see what you guys are chatting about. And jump in, guys. Let me know what you're excited about in 2025. Those primes look good, and I always get sucked into more Grimlocks. Grimlock's going to be tough for me. I'm waiting for there's supposed to be a package refresh of the Studio Series 86 Grimlock, so I'm going to try and hold out for him. I can still get Slag, Sludge, and Swoop fairly easily, so I'm going to go for those. Like, I'm trying to triage what the best way to go is. I think Optimus is number one. That's the first I should get. And then it's probably the Dinobots because once they sell out, who knows if I'll be able to find them again. And then it's Jetfire. And then it's a bunch of other stuff that is like the only reason to go for those is I want them all and they're pricey. So they'll only get pricier if they sell out. So all the lower cost stuff, even if it gets pricier, it's not going to get as pricey as those ones. So I think that's the right order, but I might not be able to stick to that. But yeah, Grimlock's cool. Everybody loves Grimlock. Although Slag, not Slug, is my favorite Dinobot. He's just so angry. Anton, I just saw something really cool on YouTube. It was Transformers Heavy Metal War with the Constructicons, and it was a complete recording and without ticks. So the entire Heavy Metal War. Heavy Metal War was, I think in the order that the series was supposed to be seen in, I believe Heavy Metal War was the last episode of the first season, but I might be wrong about that. Have you looked at the Moto King model sets? Eric, I have. I'm not sure. I kind of like the Bat Pod, but one of the guys said that Mafex figures fit a little tight in those, like in the Moto King stuff. So I'm not sure I want to pull the trigger. I do like the look of the tumbler. So I might get nuts. And if they release an 89 Batmobile, I'm totally going to have to pull the trigger. And if they fit in a little tight, that's okay. I'll just have them standing next to it or looking like they're getting out of it. They don't have to fit inside it, just as long as they look close enough for photos. Kyrus, oh, Toypixx, the toy block seller, is making a really good diorama, just like that NECA diorama game show type. Oh, you mean like that McFarlane diorama, the game show one? I'll have to check that out. Let's see, 3D printed looks awesome, man. I gotta find all that stuff. I'm gonna start looking more into dios because I mean, part of photography is making sure you're putting together great backgrounds, great foregrounds, making sure, at least to me, I want like I constantly bring up the Instagram photographer Warrior Evans, and you can see him all over social media. But whether his pictures, and I've seen most of his pictures are just stellar. I'm sure he's seen some of them that I thought are stellar and just been like, oh, if I'd done this or this or this, because he's clearly very creative about it. And that's how creatives think, I think. At least that's how I think. And I think I'm creative when it comes to this stuff, but maybe not at his level. What I love about his shots is how everything is so immersed in the world that he put together. And so this year, once I get a lot of stuff figured out, I'm going to start looking at dios a little more, possibly even a little more, buying model kits almost so I can just have destroyed stuff across a battlefield, and learning how to do a little more like washes, that kind of thing. I want to be the complete photographer guy, you know? Recording is where Optimus Prime and Megatron have a fight, but Megatron cheats. Let's see. Banishing the Autobots forever. Yep, that was Heavy Metal War. That was, if you guys go to, it's either Transformers Official or it's one of the Hasbro channels on YouTube. You can see all the season 1 episodes, but they're not in the exact order they should be in. And I can't remember, I have a DVD set back at my place. It's, oh, what was it? Was it Rhino? I think it was Rhino put it out. And they put the episodes in the order that they were supposed to appear in. And it's fantastic. If you watch them in that order, you're just like, wow, they really put together the perfect series of Transformers, like the perfect episode group. 16 glorious episodes of Transformers. All right, now I'm not sure. I don't know that I'm necessarily looking. I'll tell you what, when it comes to Thor here, I'm looking forward to people getting him and reviewing him, so I know whether or not I should go for him. Because I do need a Mafex figure, and I am underwhelmed by what I've got. Let's see, Mafex action figures, heck yeah. All right, so we've got the Scarlet Spider in stock, classic Spidey. I think I've already gone over what I'm most stoked about there. Now this makes me sad because she's not on sale. I need to catch up and get Phoenix. Phoenix is the only Mafex figure that I didn't get this past year that I wanted to get. So I've got to go back and get her. Poison Ivy was from last year, and I'd already paid from her or for her, but the company that I got her from went under, so I couldn't get her. But yeah, there you go. Stupid stoked, like I said earlier, about Rogue and Jubilee. And there's not a whole heck of a lot else here when it comes to that. Star Wars, there's not much. I would like to get into Mafex Star Wars, but that'll just depend on how the year goes. I know SHF has more of my Star Wars heart than Mafex does right now. And I love Mafex, but we'll see. It might be because I don't have any Mafex Star Wars yet. But how about, okay, so what have you appreciated about 2024? And then we'll get into what you're really looking forward to in 2025. Because we already talked a little bit about what you just want to see. Just some toy company. I'll tell you what, I'll add a Moto King Batman 89 Batmobile. Or you know what else? I would add a Mafex Batmobile. I would love to see what Mafex would do with a 112 scale vehicle. That would be, in fact, forget Batmobile. I want Mafex to make a 112 scale vehicle that is not a motorcycle type, like an actual car or truck or something that's not a bat pod. So yeah, what have you loved about 2024? What are you looking forward to in 2025? And I know we don't have so many people here tonight. My gut is we have some last minute Christmas shoppers, and I might be one of those. I've got to pick up, who else has like one more thing they know they have to get? Like, that's where I'm at. I just need to get one more thing. I just don't know what it is yet. It's one of those deals. All right. Still trying to see. There's a lot of stuff going on. Like, obviously, I'm looking forward to the Jada Scooby Doo line. I'm looking forward to the rest of the Street Fighter line. Like, we've seen Blanca in picture now, or like in package pictures. and I can't wait because Blanca is the greatest of all Street Fighter 2 characters or Street Fighter characters in general. So I'm stoked about him. I'm stoked to see what they continue doing with Mega Man. I'm stoked to see if they ever get to make their mummy from Universal Monsters. I'm stoked about the corporate mascots and the cereal mascots. It's going to be a very good year. And I'm just excited. I'm excited because I have on my phone a Toypixx catch up list and a Toypixx keep up list, which sounds insane, but I know I have stuff that I'm kind of planning for now, which is kind of nice. Oh, and in case you guys didn't hear, I know we've talked a little bit about Beathir. He's the dragon that the Four Horsemen's releasing. They initially said that the pre-orders and everything would go up in January. It got changed to March. They put that up where I saw it was their official Facebook page today. So make sure and check that out if you're interested in Beathir. For me, it makes me kind of think a little bit about maybe I could swing the Musk because I'm not going for that and Beathir in the same month. But on the other hand, I don't know. Like everybody knows, you need a Musk to put together. I mean, that thing's going to be great for a Dio. That's just going to be incredible. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. All right, guys, we're going to go until what do we have? We're going to go another 7 minutes. We're going to go until 8:20. That way everybody can do what they got to do, maybe get back to their Christmas shopping if they need to do any of that. And again, quick reminder that I am not going to be doing a live stream on Monday, but I believe I know I'm going to do one Thursday. I should be able, I believe what Monday is, yep, I'll be able to do one the following Monday, and then I'll be able to do one the Thursday after. So it'll be January 2nd, basically. The live stream that's going to happen on Thursday, the day after Christmas, we're just going to have some fun. We're going to talk about our Christmas hauls, things like that. It's going to be another nice chill chat. Just because with the holidays here, preparation has become even tougher than it has been in the past when it comes to yours truly. So that's where we're at with all that. Let me see what I can find here. Something else that would be crazy cool. Obviously, I'm excited about the Leatherhead from NECA for the Mirage Turtles line. I'm excited that Mafex keeps re-releasing some characters. Like we've got Carnage and Venom, but I have to be careful about going too crazy on all these re-releases, you know? But yeah, good times. What do we have? Let's see. Dope. What have I done? Oh, wait. Sorry about that, Anton. I'm all over the place. Did anybody see the Superman trailer? You know what? We did. We chatted a little bit about it earlier. What was your favorite part, Anton? Let me know. Let me know. Ba-ba-ba. You know what I actually liked about it too that I didn't bring up is it had John Williams music, just it was different, but it was definitely John Williams Superman theme, which was awesome. Like it feels, I don't know about you guys. I've always loved the John Williams scores in movies. It just makes me so incredibly happy. But yeah, listening to that a little bit, that was really cool. Some of it, what I didn't like was just there was an awful lot of Lois and Superman, and I'm good with those two, but I want it to be more. Man, it's tough because the actress who plays Lois Lane was incredible. If you guys have ever seen The Marvelous Miss Maisel or Mrs. Maisel, that's the actress that is playing Lois Lane, and she was incredible in that show. So it's like, okay, she's awesome. I want to see her crush it in this. I just want to see Superman more, which is silly. but I've always loved Superman. He is this kind of character that we should all, I mean, we should be stoked. Superman being on screen should always make everybody smile. It should make us happy. Dare I say, hopeful. There should just be, I don't know, there should just be something awesome about this movie. Like, I am more looking forward to, I'm looking forward to Superman more than any other comic book movie next year, for sure. Like, not even, it's not even close, honestly. And that was before the trailer. Now I've seen the trailer and I'm like, okay, all right, this needs to happen. Like, I don't, this is gonna sound dumb, I'm sure. Reed Richards has a look when it comes to facial hair. And Pedro Pascal, he has two looks really when it comes to facial hair. And Pedro Pascal's not going with either one of them. And that irritates me. So I'm not looking, as dumb as that is, I'm just not, that's one of the big reasons that I'm kind of, I don't know, maybe, I mean, I'll watch Fantastic Four, but I'm not necessarily looking forward to it. It's like the actor is bigger than the character, and that should never be the way it is. Anton, I think my favorite part was Crypto. It's nice to see him. You know, Crypto was awesome. That was, I was telling the guys earlier where I wasn't that excited about the prospect of Crypto in the movie, but seeing him in what we saw, yeah, okay, I'm good with Crypto. I thought he did great. I thought that was a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that flick. So what do we have here? I want to make sure. Oh, let's bring up. I want to tell you guys this real quick because I wasn't sure. I didn't know that this was going up for pre-order. This is High School Creations. He put together the Wall XD Kickstarter. It got made. Big Bad Toy Store went in and funded a bunch of them. And what's nice about this to me, one of the things that I really like about it is you've got these corner sets and you've got these walls. So you can build like a little alleyway, you can build a couple like building setups. I mean, it would be pricey for sure, but I was just really excited to see that these were up for pre-order because I didn't think I'd have a chance once the Kickstarter closed. And those are going to be something that's going to help a lot of people out with their dios if they want to do it. And what I want to show real quick, it was one that Tragic had talked about when it came to dioramas, and it is still up for pre-order. It's this bad boy for 110. And that might be something like that could fit any kind of sci-fi, anything. That could even fit like your Cobra troops because Cobra is higher tech and stuff like that, you know? So I like bringing that stuff up, bringing it out, telling the people. Miss Cogsmith. Hi, Dave and Shep. Merry early Christmas. Merry early Christmas to you, Miss Cogsmith. It was good, or it is good to see you in the chat. It's been a while. Appreciate you showing up. All right. Oh my God. For real, more diorama parts equals amazing. I know. And I'm telling you, I'm going to try and learn how to do some of these this year. I got the Wall XD a couple weeks ago. Great quality. And they're showing stackable units now. Looks amazing. I saw that he put together, was it on the High School Creations Instagram? What was it? Did he go? He went like 3 stories, didn't he, Eric? I think it was about there. Like, it was insane how good that was looking. All right, we'll go a couple more. And then let's see. I want to make sure everybody, I know I've said it a couple times already. There won't be a live stream this Monday. There will be a live stream on Thursday so we can talk about our holidays and all that stuff. Stackable dios, I have a mighty need. They are necessary. I think, yeah, dios are going to get me in trouble. I don't know about you, Miss Cogsmith, but I'm already looking at this going, oh no, looking at that. looking at the wall XD. In fact, let me go back to that real quick in case you missed that part. Let's see. I don't know that you did actually. But yeah, as stupid as it is, well, as silly as it is, I suppose, this is what I'm most excited about. Because what we get with diodes right now is they're all flat walls. Or, like, the one exception I can think of right now is the Musk. When it comes out, there'll be kind of, the figures will be more in 3 dimensions. You'll have side walls, you'll have a back wall, and all that stuff when it comes to the sewer, but not so much the street. Here, we're going to be able to build an alley. We'll be able to put together buildings like mad. And like Eric was talking about, we'll be able to stack them up. I mean, it's insane what we're going to be able to do now. All because of High School Creations just taking it to the next level. The man is a true gentleman. Toypixx, my diorama questions I can help. Let's see, I used to make some highly detailed dioramas for sale a while ago. Nice, Kyrus. Why did you stop? Or was it like, I know that they have to take a ton of time, but do you ever still put some together? Yep, crazy how they stack like that. I'm excited for the Mondo Real Ghostbusters line. Yes, that's going to look good. I pre-ordered Peter Venkman Deluxe model, and I'm also interested to see the Mondo 112 Motu figures. Wow. Eric, I completely forgot about those. I'm interested to see those as well. I want to really see what's going on with those things. I have to go. Merry Christmas to everyone. Merry Christmas to you too, Anton. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you get over that cold, man. Like real buildings. I know that's exactly. That's where the fun's at. And like the way the light is going to bounce around when you've got different, like wall here, then a wall here, you hit the light right, it hits here and reflects a little bit over to here. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a game changer. It really is, which is pretty amazing. I just hope there's enough of a market to make it a great big game changer for him so he's able to keep putting them all out. All right, guys. I would say that is it. So thanks for stopping by this fine evening. It's massively appreciated. You guys are amazing. So have fun. Have a Merry Christmas. Have a blast celebrating whatever it is you celebrate. Happy holidays to those who would rather hear happy holidays. I think you guys know by now that I would not say things to be a jerk to all of you. So if any of you don't celebrate Christmas, hey, happy whatever you do. Those who do, Merry Christmas. And I will see you after the holiday, the day after, in fact. So, everybody take care, have fun. And of course, because it's me and because we like talking photography and because we love things like this, happy snapping. See ya. I'm pushing the button. I'm waving off.